ladies and gentlemen. It's June 30th, 2017 when you will see this. And yesterday on the 29th, I put up that video, HRT FBI Scapegoat. In it, I explained that the FBI had obviously tried to put off this investigation into the wrongdoing of the HRT at the death of Lavoy Finicum, that whole scenario. And fortunately, we had, the county sheriffs, as I've always said, are the key to the Republican form of law enforcement, the Republican system of law enforcement, the locals who take care of the locals. In fact, in most situations, the FBI has to get the permission, the feds have to get the permission of the local sheriff in order to conduct their business. And that was kind of an issue in the Bundy situation, but I'm going to talk about that later at some other time. I've already covered it enough. The important thing to know here is that in this video that I did yesterday, I explained that the rules of engagement had not been followed or that they were outrageous, that the fire discipline was entirely incorrect, and that there had been a cover-up, and that this one agent, only one in the hostage rescue team, had been offered up as a scapegoat, as a sacrificial lamb. The KOIN News in Oregon came out with a news conference with the Deschutes County Sheriff who investigated the entire thing there at the shooting, the Oregon State Police Commander, the FBI, and the Inspector General. And there were some other people there. And you could feel the tension in the room. This, they try to pull it off like they really respect each other and all that. But if you look at this, especially with the guy from the FBI who first starts talking, and he's in the Department of Justice, and he's trying to make it sound like, oh, we had this felony stop and Lavoy Finicum ran. Anyway, there's all kinds of things wrong with the scenario that first guy brings up. And you can see the consternation and the aggravation in the Deschutes County Sheriff. And when he finally gets out to talk, he basically says that they've got this obstruction of justice indictment against this FBI agent. Now he also makes the point, well, this is an indictment, it's an accusation, it's not, he hasn't been judged guilty, innocent or guilty. And they've gotten off before. FBI agents like Lon Horiuchi and others that have done terrible things have gotten off because of the pressure. We saw how much pressure the FBI and the DOJ put on the New York PD about the Wiener laptop situation. Well, I diverge again as usual. I always pull in too many things. The bottom line is that KOIN news conference came out after I made my analysis, and it looks like I was right on the money. And I just wanted to let you know, in that last video I put an addendum in the description box referring to, it's about a 10-minute, 12-minute long, I think, news conference. It might be a little longer than that, but I put the link there in the box so that you could see the update. This video is so that I can just get that information out again, so that everybody can see it and not have to go back to the old video. So in the description box below is the news conference that I'm referring to, and basically the Deschutes County Sheriff comes out and says, yeah, the FBI lied to us, this agent, and he alludes to that there were others on the hostage rescue team that lied as well. And with the way the shooting occurred and all that, I have no doubt that the FBI started the shooting and that the Oregon State Troopers responded, because when you get in a firefight, you just take out the suspects at any furtive move. I want to point out again, okay, I do not believe that Lavoy Finicum had a weapon. The one time he's shown reaching, it's because he's been shot from behind and he's reaching for the wound. That's what he's reaching for. It's an involuntary reflex when you're hurt. You reach for where you've been hurt. He was not reaching for a weapon. I don't believe he had one under the circumstances, but that's another issue. The important thing is here that the Deschutes County Sheriff apparently pushed this with the FBI. I think they resisted. They did not put the agents who were in the shooting on leave. When the Deschutes County Sheriff started this investigation saying, hey, we're missing some rifle casings, there are extra bullet holes that aren't accounted for, etc. Did the FBI do this? Oh, no, we didn't do that. Remember, the hostage rescue team is probably anything but a hostage rescue team. It's used for these other nefarious purposes to basically clean up loose ends. And as I pointed out in the last video, Lavoy Finicum and the Bundys were a loose end. They didn't get a chance to finish that all the way they wanted. But at any rate, I want to congratulate and thank this Deschutes County Sheriff for sticking to his guns, like I've said before, the local law enforcement, the Republican form of government, having our government down close to the local people, like this county sheriff, who's the ultimate law enforcement authority in his county, is the key to destroying the corruption in the federal government and in the DOJ, the FBI, all of that. So he stood up and he demanded that this investigation be given credence. And it took him 18 months. The FBI held back, like I was saying. They're trying to protect somebody, and so they threw this agent out there, who they had anyway. They had him cornered because of what he had said in his statements. But the Deschutes County Sheriff, again, alluded to the fact that other HRT members are also involved in this thing, that there was other stuff going on there that he's aware of, and that they're still investigating that. But I think the investigation's probably pretty much done. It's just that the FBI has been trying to suppress this because, again, it shows the nature of this rogue organization. Again, not all FBI agents are bad, but the people that run the very top of the agency and then these other psychopaths, I'll just call them, are dispersed throughout the FBI, particularly in this HRT, this hostage rescue team. They're probably picked for that, not just because they've been great military, special operations people, snipers, whatever. They look for more than that in these guys. So at any rate, I just wanted to make a quick video and give this information to you. Again, the description box below has the link to the about 12 to 15 minute news conference, and you really need to look at that. Watch the demeanor of the people, see what's going on. There are obviously some really, really aggravated feelings between these people, both by the feds because they're being forced to admit something that they didn't want to do, and also on the sheriff's side because I'm sure that despite all the accolades, their formal accolades of appreciation for the camera, but he's really disconcerted and upset with the way the FBI has tried to cover this thing up. Who is the FBI trying to protect on the way up? As I've said before, the HRT does not answer to the local special agent in charge. They're controlled at D.C. Who controls them in D.C.? People like Harry Reid, Clinton, whoever it is that, they're doing their dirty work for at the time. There's a name in the FBI, probably several, and the person who is in charge of the rules of engagement and deciding when to shoot, giving the order to shoot, and probably most importantly, who helped to cover this thing up. Not just those agents out there who picked up their brass and tried to pretend like they had not shot their weapons. All of that would have been figured out very easily in a real investigation a long time ago. So there's somebody who has the power and the motive to cover this thing up, and hopefully Jeff Sessions, again I wonder, we'll go forward and find out where this dirty laundry is. Okay, enough. I've gone into too many particulars. Again, the video of the news conference is below in the description box, and apparently I nailed it right on the head. So there we go. Out here for now.